So they asked their funniest friend they knew, and they said no. They asked the most charming person they knew, and they said no. They asked their best looking friend they knew, and they said no. And then they asked me. And after saying no 3 times, I finally gave in. So for those of you who don't know me, probably this side, I'm the brother of Adam. Not the one with Nolan, but the one that Zeke usually just shakes his head at.
We love you, Ian.
But before we get started, I want to poll the room. And no, Dad, that's not a gay term. I just want to ask everyone a question. So raise your hand as if this is the first gay wedding you've ever been to. It's also mine. I mean, is it what you expected? I thought there would have been a couple costume changes, some drag queens on jet skis, an angry ex, Ellen DeGeneres dancing for no reason. But it just goes to show you that gay weddings can be the same as straight weddings, if not quicker and more booze. So I've given 2 speeches at weddings without ever being the best man. For Uncle Doug and for Will. How are those speeches? They were funny. How are those marriages? Emily, Wendy, you're welcome. So I was told to go easier on Adam. He's the sensitive brother, after all. Oh, wait, that's me. He's the rich brother.
Yeah.
And he paid for my hotel room, so I will keep it nice. I did have a bunch of Adam's so rich jokes. He has to, check his wallet when he goes to the airport. But I'm not going to do those. But Adam, he's one of my favorite people in the world.
Sorry, David. Go ahead.
He's very generous. You've all talked about his laugh. And he laughs at everything I say. But you may not know that Adam and I are secretly competitive. Let's just say Adam always outdoes me. So, for example, I work for United Airlines in a small cubicle, and Adam flies United Airlines, usually in a seat bigger than my cubicle. And he gets shuttled from gate to gate in a Mercedes. I mean, you're all laughing, but this is true. I moved to a great neighborhood in Chicago. I bought my abandoned short sale with money from my student loan. Susie Orman would have a heart attack. Adam bought a house in my neighborhood, tore down half of it, and put on this big addition just so he could have a walk-in pantry with a sink. I remodeled both of my bathrooms, largely because they leaked and destroyed my downstairs neighbor's bathroom. But Adam goes above and beyond. He remodeled his bathrooms, and he even got a Japanese toilet. The toilet lights up, it warms up, and it says, Seni o takusan tabeti karate arigato. And that means, thank you for eating a lot of fiber. It's just always outdoing me. So 8 years ago, I met my partner, Eric, when he was 21. Adam had to go outdo me, and he met Chris when he was, how old? See, I told you I'm the brother he shakes his head at. I don't want you to get the wrong impression. Chris and I get along. I worked in higher ed. He works for the best school in the Big Ten. You know, we've got a lot to bond over and talk about. Like, what's the better beach chair to buy? And making your flower arrangements just come to life. Both of these are topics in this month's AARP magazine. And the post office screwed up because I've been getting my dad's for years. We have the same name. He just goes by Zeke. But back to Adam outdoing me. I mean, come on. We're on an island called Diamond Cove. If I got married, it would be in that hill in upstate New York where we collected quartz crystals in the ground. Sarah remembers because she fell in a pile of cow shit. I remember taking a bag of these quartz crystals to school and walking around like I was really rich. Until a janitor came up to me one day and he goes, I know what those are. Those are quartz crystals. They're worth nothing. So here we are, Diamond Cove. My wedding's gonna be on Cowshit Hill. But what brings us here, Adam and Chris, is love and the tax benefits of getting married. But I know we're far from Vegas. But today we are here to celebrate the odds. Vegas odds, not my odd family. You know, you don't pick your lot in life.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I don't know if it's my phone. You don't choose your parents or your family. It's like a roll of the dice to see where you're born. Some people are born in Maine, some people are born in New York. You're lucky. Some people are born in countries that they need to escape to find a better life. You also don't get to choose your birth gender or identity. But there are things you can choose. You can choose to love. You can choose the person you love, and you can choose to let others love. You can choose to let others be happy. You can choose to be accepting of all genders, orientations, ethnicities. You can choose to be kind to strangers. And assuming that your soulmate is set at birth and is roughly in the same age bracket, roughly, and that love is recognizable at first sight, mathematical estimates indicate your chances of finding your soulmate is only 1 in 10,000. In a 2017 Gallup poll, less than 4.5% of Americans identified as LGBT. In this time, it's a little marginally higher. I mean, I could pull the room. Do you know what I mean? But if you take that 0.01% from 4.5%, and you get a number that is so marginally small, it's a number that seems impossible for two men who grew up maybe confused and lonely, wondering if there was someone like them out there in the world, growing up wondering if it was wrong to feel this way, wondering why they were born this way, until they meet the one person, their soulmate. No gambler in Vegas would take those odds. So here we are. Adam found Chris, and Chris found Adam. Chris, how lucky do you feel? You know, Adam travels all around the world, and all he wants to do is come home to Wiley. And you. And how lucky do you feel, Adam, that Chris chose to build a beautiful house with you and create the perfect home? So, raise your glasses. Here's to Adam and Chris for beating the odds and bringing down the house. And one more toast to everyone who raised your hands when I pulled the room. You truly are making a difference in the world. By simply showing up and supporting Adam and Chris, you all chose love. And how beautiful is that? Cheers.